Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a massive haul from That 80s Toy Shop and just Buffalo, New York in general. I got one item from trade and then a bunch of items actually from my girlfriend for Christmas. So we're going to be going over all that today, but again, mainly just like a Buffalo toy haul of That 80s Toy Shop toy haul. So the first thing that I want to go over, and I'm actually going to move the camera back a little bit for this, is this awesome sword. So you guys can check that out right there. This is actually going to be a replica from the game Darksiders. This sword is called Chaos Eater. It's like fully metal as far as I can tell. It's not really sharp, but man, this thing is heavy. And I got this thing using some store credit and rewards. Wow, that's a tongue twister. For some reason, rewards points from That 80s Toy Shop. It is the only toy shop, at least that I know of, that I can remember right now off the top of my noggin, that has a points rewarding system. And it's just so much fun going there, buying stuff, and then being able to use those trade-ins and coupons. So I'm very thankful to have gotten this. We have a bunch of other stuff, but just one more look. This is, as far as I can tell, fairly rare replica of Chaos Eater from the game Darksiders, and that came out in 2011. It's got like markings of the number and everything that it is. I'm just going to try to get the camera situated again here, and we should be good right there. But yeah, you can see here I've got almost a buffet of figures and collectibles, so we'll get into that. I'm going to move the chair back with the sword a little bit, just so I don't knock it over and then it literally falls through my entire house here. But to start off with, I have this little tiny Lego build that my girlfriend did. I thought it was very cute, of Santa in the chimney here, so that is really cool. I'll be keeping that and cherishing that. But to get into it, maybe we'll get rid of some of the bigger stuff first and then go to these figures because these are really cool. And I know you guys can tell by the thumbnail, we actually got some like almost hyper rare WWE action figures here. So to start off with, so that it doesn't fall over, from That 80s Toy Shop, we did get, this is one that I had when I was a little bit younger and I sold, so I was glad to get it again, the Marvel Legends 12-inch Captain America. And again, I had this guy, Iron Man, Thor, Wolverine, and Deadpool when I was a kid. The only ones that I still have now are Thor, Deadpool, and Wolverine, but we are currently adding Captain America back to that collection. So this is so cool. I'm going to be souping him up, maybe adding some World War II weapons to him. We'll see, but that is awesome. I'm a huge fan of 12-inch figures, especially the 12-inch Legends. And we have another one here that will slowly reveal itself. A trade from my friend Dan Hike, the Real Toy Hunter. He's kind of got a brand, so I think I can name him and be okay. Out in Buffalo, Tonawanda area, Niagara Falls area, I would say. But I did a trade with him for this slightly beat up, but I'm fine with it, Hulk Hogan LJN figure. I figured, if there's really an LJN to get, aside from the Cena, I gotta get Hogan. I did a trade for this for one of those normal AEW Luminaries flares, and this is very cool. I'm very pleased with this. I like the black, and yeah, the only other one I'd really want would be that Cena, but this is just really cool. I mean, I'm obviously too young to have been around for this era of toys, but this is still really cool, and I really do cherish that. So shout out to the Real Toy Hunter, Dan H. out there in Buffalo. All right, what else do we have here? From my girlfriend, these nice little prints of just kind of like these comic book things. This one I really like, this Action Comics with Superman and like Vigilante and Batroc or whatever his name is. I forget. And then this one here, Planet Comics. This is really cool. I'm just going to kind of have these to display with my my comic short boxes, but I thank my girlfriend for those. Those were very nice of her to grab. Again, from That 80s Toy Shop, we also grabbed a Batman grapnel launcher replica. This thing is really cool. The only downside is I think the reason that it was pre-owned and traded into That 80s Toy Shop, and I do not blame them whatsoever, is the fact that this is not really working. It's not really broken. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the batteries that I have, but I did buy all new batteries for it. But regardless, this thing at least looks really cool. The whole gimmick of it is you're supposed to be able to retract the grappling hook here and then shoot it out using a couple of these buttons and the batteries, but for some reason this one isn't working. Nevertheless, though, it is just a cool replica. I like how this thing can kind of flip down here and it turns into almost a grip there, and there's almost like a little iron sights on there if you guys can see, and that is really cool. I just wish that it would work. That'd be very nice, but for 20 bucks, I'm really not complaining too much. We have a replica Batman grapnel launcher, so that is still really cool. I do like that a lot. All right, so we do have that. I'll toss that to the side along with the box. Why not? Let's see if I can get that out of here, okay? What else do we have here? Another gift from my girlfriend. Actually, one of the very first Lego sets I ever had when I was a kid. This is going to be the Night Bus from Harry Potter, and this is just so cool, so nostalgic for me. I will definitely be unboxing this and building this. I'm a huge fan of this set, and it just really means a lot to me. So again, shout out to my girlfriend for that. But we do have the Night Bus, and then I think everything else here is just figures aside from one or two other things. Oh, this This is the wall mount, the wall display for that Darksider sword. So we do have that here. Another quick look at it if you guys were curious, but we do have that. And then, yeah, this is a really cool little fidget thing that my girlfriend got me. I've been seeing it for a couple of years on TikTok now, but I got rid of TikTok, and I guess she didn't. So, but it's this cool little fidget. It's like a weapon fidget almost. So you can pull the trigger there and like break the barrel, and there's a little casing that'll pop out, but this isn't a real weapon at all. It just shoots these little orange darts in there. I'm not going to demonstrate it or anything, but it's mainly just a fidget. There's like a little pump action fidget there. You can spin that. But this is really cool. I like fidgets, and I like gun spinning, so that was really nice. And just a really cool, thoughtful gift from her. And then I'm going to almost be doing second Christmas for her. I feel bad for the gifts that I got her this year. So there's a couple other things that I'm going to pick up, because I'm actually going back out to Buffalo fairly soon to go to a WWE SmackDown show and a holiday show out in Syracuse. So keep on the lookout for that. But everything else here is just going to be loose miscellaneous figures. So number one, speaking of those 12-inch Marvel Legends, we also got the Spider-Man. This is one that I never originally had, but he comes with a bunch of extra head sculpts and accessories and everything. So I'm very excited to take him out of there and mess around with him, pose him around with Captain America. And the rest of the ones that we have here are just going to be loose elites. That 80s Toy Shop got in a massive collection of loose elites. And like I said, a couple of these are going to be rare. Let's go over the least rare ones. Number one, just a Ricochet Elite. I wanted to upgrade my current AEW display Ricochet, which is just a basic, and I was like, you know what, I might as well just grab this one. So we do have that, just a normal Elite Ricochet for like $10. So we have that, and then I've never seen one loose in the wild, and it's gonna bug me if I don't put Ricochet back where he was. So there you go. But I never had an Elite Elias, and I've always been a fan of Elias's gear, the jeans, and kind of the bandana wraps there. So they had this really cheap, like $6 Elias Elite. So I picked that up, a little beat up, but still very nice. What else do we have here? Another just kind of $10 Elite, one that I don't really see too often. This is going to be the Berserker. So no accessories or anything, but I just still thought it was a cool and unique Elite that I wanted to have in the collection. So we do have that, the Berserker. You really don't see him too often. Speaking of don't see too often, we also have Enzo Amore, and for $14, I thought that was a decent price because his elites are a little bit expensive, I will say. So this is really cool. And I'm sure that I'll meet him sometime down the line. I am in New York State, and he's a New Yorker. So I'm sure I'll get this figure signed sometime down the line. You guys know me. I like getting those loose figures signed for some reason. And then this is going to be kind of the rare elites that I grabbed. These three right here. So to start off with, we'll go in kind of the least to most rare. We have the WWE Defining Moments Cody Rhodes. And this was only $25. When I look on eBay, this thing is like 40, 30, something like that. But I thought this was a really, really cool deal. I'm not a massive Cody fan. I already have my, I don't know if you might be able to see him back there, my Casey Jones Cody from that Ninja Turtles crossover. That's my favorite Cody ever made. But because of the bruising on there and because of just the rarity of this figure, I feel like I wanted to pick this up. And I was thinking about actually doing like a military, like an injured soldier custom of this, like a Captain America one or the other. But I think I'm going to be doing some kind of messless. That's the kind of the way that I put it, messless custom, where I'm just using other accessories and stuff and just customizing it that way. But keep a lookout for that. So the Defining Moments Cody Rhodes. Second rarest one that we grabbed here is going to be the Defining Moments Sting for $15. This is a really awesome figure, easily one of the best elites ever made, the best Sting elite ever made, next to maybe his NWO Wolfpack one, just because of the rarity. But this is this at least was, probably still is, the quintessential Sting action figure. I have it in box. I already have it loose with all the accessories, and just to have another one loose is just good. Maybe I want to trade this for another one down the line. This is a nice little token to have for that. And then, guys, this blew me away. You know me, I'm a massive CM Punk fan. You can see him lining that right there. And the most, like literally, the most elusive CM Punk action figure of all time has to be the ringside exclusive Straight Edge Society, I think it's 2011, right? 2012, maybe 2013, I don't know, CM Punk figure. And guys, I found one. I literally found one for $6 at that 80s Toy Shop. Now, there are a couple of gripes, and I was looking at him today, and there are some downsides, I will admit. Number one, though, he is in good shape. He's not really too loose. The legs a little bit, but for the most part, he is in pretty good shape. Aside from that, there are some scuffs pretty much all over him that you can see. But guys, this is the OG ringside exclusive Straight Edge Society CM Punk. The biggest downside, though, aside from the lack of accessories, is on his nipples here. I don't know if this is factory. I doubt it is, but at least on his chest, there's like these little wipes or like almost smiley faces on there. I do have a paint pen. I think I might be able to stipple that in there and kind of bring it back a little bit just to take that away. But guys, I cannot believe this. I now have the rarest CM Punk action figure ever made. I mean, it might not be in the best condition, might not be in the box, might not have all the accessories, but we have it. We have the SCS CM Punk, the original, because we have all the other ones too, you know, the remakes and all that. So that was just incredible. The biggest find from this weekend, I stopped in on Friday night, walked in and saw that there, and my mind was just blown. $6 and like 34 cents in tax for that. Blew my mind, folks, and that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas, folks. You probably won't see me until after Christmas, so I'll say that now. And happy holidays, and who knows, happy New Year as well. I'll get that out of there as well. But yeah, as always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.